My name is Cassie Brown, and I serve as the Commissioner of Insurance. With me today is Jeff Nelson, Commissioner of Workers' Compensation, and Amy Maddox, our CFO. We appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today about TDI's budget. Thank you for Senate Bill 1 as introduced. It appropriates $269.9 million to TDI for the biennium, and that includes 1,227.3 FTEs. I'd like to focus on two things in my opening remarks: TDI's method of finance and a brief summary of our exceptional items. First, TDI is funded primarily by maintenance taxes and fees paid for by the insurance industry, so the costs of regulation are paid by the entities we regulate. This allows TDI to have a steady source of funding to regulate an insurance market bigger than the markets of all but 4 nations. And the state's general revenue fund remains, for the most part, untouched by our agency. TDI's operating account is a self-leveling, dedicated fund. Under state law, the maintenance tax rates are adjusted each year to cover the agency's appropriations. Second, as you may have noticed, our LAR looks a bit different this year. In most budget cycles, TDI requests few or no exceptional items. This year, the agency is requesting 9 exceptional items. Because of the tremendous growth in the insurance industry, TDI is struggling to meet some of the legislature's performance expectations. We continue to regulate one of the world's largest insurance markets. Last year, our premium volume was over $290 billion. Across all lines of insurance, TDI regulates more than 2,500 insurance companies and licenses more than 900,000 agents and adjusters. The exceptional items focus on our most essential needs in staffing, salaries, vehicles, IT, and support the law enforcement needs of the fraud unit and the State Fire Marshal's Office. Again, these focus requests are to ensure the agency maintains resources to meet the statutory expectations and performance measures. Thank you for your time and consideration. Commissioner Nelson will address the specific request for the Division of Workers' Compensation.
Thank you. For the record, my name is Jeff Nelson, and I serve as the Commissioner of Workers' Compensation. The Division of Workers' Compensation is respectfully requesting 2 exceptional items totaling $2.68 million for the biennium. Before I get into these requests, I would like to note that DWC's exceptional items are distinct from TDI's. While our 2 agencies are administratively attached, we have our own priorities, have our own authority and responsibilities laid out for us in the labor code. We are funded by a separate maintenance tax on workers' compensation insurance carriers. Historically, we've been very efficient with the money given to us and haven't had an exceptional item request in over a decade. However, we have identified 2 issues that need to be addressed. First, DWC is requesting about $1.6 million for the biennium for salary increases for DWC's 33 administrative law judges to bring their pay in line with the state average. Currently, our judges are $24,184 below the state average. This has led to significant retention issues. Over the past 3 years, we have averaged a 15% turnover rate with our judges. That number spiked to about 25% last fiscal year, and to top it off, about 20% of our judges are eligible to retire today. Our second request is for 6 additional FTEs for modernization projects, totaling just under $1.1 million. This is the Compass project that the LBB referred to. These 6 FTEs will fill critical roles in the multi-year replacement of this system. This Compass system was developed in 1986. We bought it from the state of Washington for $1 in 1991, and it's served as the backbone of our claims management system ever since. It's something that we desperately need to get out of, and these 6 FTEs are going to be the team that helps us move in that direction. That sums up our 2 requests, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
$1. Wow, that was a bargain.
It was a good value.
Senator Colcross.
I want to ask Commissioner Brown a question. You know how y'all are funded, which you gave a good explanation of that. And I know that you're requesting more money for staff. There's two parts to this. I think there's a frustration, maybe across our nation, but I'll just stay in Texas, there's a lot of companies that are not writing. Is that correct?
In Texas, we have over 160 companies writing homeowners coverage.
So I've noticed, or I've had constituents call that say, they're struggling to find that, and we could go into this is a B and C issue, the reinsurance and everything like that. But as you ask for more money from the maintenance tax, I know maybe we can spread that across there, but in the end, that goes to the bottom line of the insurance payer.
If I may provide you some examples, we've done some calculations.
Okay.
So the total impact of the exceptional items would be minimal, and that is because the Texas market is so large. So for example, the average homeowner's policyholder will pay 59 cents if all of
Over the whole year?
Yes, if all of the exceptional items
Okay.
are added to our budget. The average personal auto policyholder will pay 10 cents. The average business with a workers' compensation policy will pay $1.02. And a consumer will pay, on average, 18 cents with a TDI regulated health plan, 3 cents with a life insurance policy, and 37 cents with an annuity product.
It's, pretty impressive. It's not that's not very expensive. So I'm glad you explained that. The last thing is, y'all don't regulate some lines of insurance like pooling. We've had that conversation, right?
Correct.
If we were to pass a bill, and members, I think Senator Middleton has a bill. What we experienced after Hurricane Harvey was some of these insurance pools did not pay our whether it's county for the courthouse or school districts. If that bill were to pass, would you need more people to regulate it?
I would like to talk to my staff about that. Right now, we're regulating the industry. We're reviewing all rates and forms that are filed that are subject to review. So we are doing the job right now, depending on how much additional work load comes with that.
And it'll probably be in the fiscal note, but we'll visit about that, because I do think it's an important issue. And thank you for explaining that if those exceptional items were funded, the economic impact to the homeowner and the auto worker and the workers' comp. Thanks.
Senator Nichols.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to go back to the software we bought for $1. I always like bargains, but we're having to hire 6 additional FTEs to use it.
This is going to be 6 additional FTEs to start the process to get us out of that system.
To get us out of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
we're going to be working toward a new modern system that all of our system participants can interact with. They can docket disputes online. They can exchange information online. They can get their various reports, various decisions from our website. Right now, our primary methods of communications with injured employees is fax machine and snail mail. The system doesn't have a field for email addresses.
So when I first heard it, it's like, hey, this is great. We got this whole thing for $1, but we're going to have to hire 6 people to run it. That's really not the case. You bought it way back there in 1991.
Yes, sir.
For $1. We've been using it. Now it's ancient, as technology goes, and we need a new system, and we need new people to put our information into the new system and get it up on the web.
Yes, and this, to be clear, these 6 employees are going to help us develop a new system. We anticipate next session this is going to be a major information resources project. It'll be over $5 million for a full system replacement. We are working with DIR through the QIT process right now, but this is going to be a multi-year effort.
Okay.
To get a system.
Thank you. Now I better understand it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there are no more questions. Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Next, we have the Office of Public Insurance Counsel.